Okay, YouTube, we're back for another video. Today we're going to do brisket. Cooking it on the Pellet Pro 2300. I don't think I'm going to use any wood and the heavy D attachment. I am going to be burning Lumberjack Pecan pellets with a mixture of Hickory, only because I can't find Lumberjack pellets anywhere right now. Went to a number of places last week, but they just don't have them in stock. So I'm going to cook with what I have. I don't mind hickory at all. So we're going to get that going, and then get some stuff out here on the prep table, and then we'll be right back to you. Alright, YouTube, I'm back. So just a little 4-pound brisket. I'm not going to do a whole lot of trimming to it. The butcher already did a nice little job on it for me. I'm going to get rid of some of this extra fat. Fat cap didn't look all that hateful. I need to get a nicer, sharper knife here. I tried to get one off of, try to get some more Dowstrong knives during that Black Friday sale, but they just didn't get reduced quite enough for me anyway, and that I had to buy another laptop, so having issues with my uploading of videos. It's just taking extremely too long. Alright, YouTube, I'm back. I didn't do too bad of a job, but I'm no Mom and Papa Joe, Clarence, CJ, the man can trim a brisket. I didn't make it perfect. I'm not worried about making it perfect. I see the butcher left me a nice little slice in there. I did take some of it off the back here. Not a whole lot. I probably did. I probably took about a 1/4 inch off the back side of it. Just trying to get some of this loose stuff that I left behind. Thought I'd bring you back for that at least. But it's not too hateful. Try to get a little shape out of it. Alright, so we are going to use a binder. Actually, yeah, let me go ahead and put the binder on there. I want to cut slits in the top of this thing. We're using Worcestershire sauce today as a binder. And I'm going to cut slits in it. I'm going to add some garlic that I had already chopped up about, I don't know, I think it was about 4 cloves. Let me get this binder on this thing first. Then I'm going to use another YouTube channel, Rick's Barbecue and Specialties. He has his couple rubs that he puts out, and I've only tried the Texas Trinity so far, and I like it. I'm going to use it as a base coat here. But first, I'm going to come back and cut a few slits in this thing. And that's just so I can get some garlic in there. This did get a little thin down here, but I'll have to keep an eye on it. Make sure I don't have to cover it up later. As I already said, I had already chopped up some garlic cloves. And I'm just going to work them into the slits that I just cut in there. Alright, YouTube, we got that done. I'm just going to flip this thing back over. Get some of this Rick's Texas Trinity rub. Rick, as I said earlier, has got a YouTube channel called Rick's Barbecue and Specialties. I'm just going to put a little bit on there because it's got salt. I don't want to try and get real salty with everything. Should have done the other rub before flipping it over, but that's it for that. And then we're going to go with chicken fried barbecue Texas rub grind. Tell you what, if you haven't tried this stuff, you need to try it. Flip it over. Pick up some of the other stuff that I lost. I'm going to go pretty heavy with this stuff. I really like this stuff. Alright, YouTube. I'm back here. Let's get this brisket on some Pellet Pro. I placed it on another rack here. Get it going. Alright, YouTube, we're back. Probably about 2.5 hours in on it. And I did, once I had it up, started off like 270 just to warm the cabinet up. It's a little cold out here today. And then I cut the temperatures down to about 230. And added a little smoke tube in there too to get a lot of extra smoke. I don't want to smoke it too much after 3 hours. So let's open it up and see if we can spritz or what's going on with it. Mark's not quite set all the way yet. Give it about another, I don't know, maybe half an hour. And I'll check it again and see if I can spritz it. But I wanted to get this in because it's starting to lose daylight. So I don't know how much longer I'll be able to film out here, but and I do apologize for the background noise. Alright YouTube, I did spritz it a little while earlier, just to be on the safe side. I said I was never going to tent anything, but I think I'm going to make an exception with this one. Got it in a full pan. Just going to add some beef broth to the bottom of this pan. It's been a little over 3 hours overcooked. Probably about 150, 147. So we're going to go ahead and tent this thing and get it back on the smoker. So I really don't want to be out here all night. Well, I would if someone went live, I'd stay out here all night, but alright YouTube, so there you have it. We're all wrapped up, and we're going to put it back on the smoker. It's running about 270. I'm going to kick it up. No, it's at 275 now, so I'm going to leave it there and get it back on the smoker, and we'll bring it back. Alright YouTube, got it out. See, I made a little full boat out of it. I'm going to put it back on the smoker, let it finish up, and see if we can get that bark back again. We'll be back. Alright YouTube, we've let it rest. We're down to about 153 right now. So let's cut into this thing and see what's going on with it. It's got a heck of a crust on it, that's for sure. Not a whole lot of smoke ring. It's got a teeny little smoke ring up in there. Fair amount of juice. See the garlic right there. Probably not going to be able to. I'm not a fat person, so let's get rid of that. You can see the smoke ring. You can definitely taste that garlic. Oh. Nice piece right there. The garlic showing. It's not really a big piece of meat, so it's probably not fair to try to do a pull test. Oh yeah. This sucker's good. I'm absolutely loving the garlic. Got one heck of a crust on it. happy. Alright YouTube, we're back. So, there you have it. A little 4.5 pound brisket. About 7 hours exactly. I pulled it at 203. Let it sit, rest till it was about 153. And sliced into it. It probably could have been a little bit more moist. I got a little spooked about it. The last time I did the tent method, I lost my crispy skin on the turkey. And I didn't want to lose that thick bark that I had built up on this brisket. So I took the foil off the top of the pan sort of early. So let's get back to the beginning. So 4.5 pound brisket. It was nothing special, just an Angus brisket. I did a base coat of Rick's Texas grind, which Rick's Barbecue and Specialties has a YouTube channel. I used his stuff, and then I put a heavy coat of this chicken fried barbecue stuff. I really like this stuff. It's really peppery. My mouth's burning, my tongue's burning right now. I ate probably, I don't know, about 6 slices. Is that okay? But I really like it. It's good stuff. You need to try it. I cooked it on my Pellet Pro 2300. I had a mixture of pecan and hickory pellets. Reason being, it was done purposely, but it's because I only had about maybe a quarter of a hopper of pecan in there from my last cook. So I topped it off some more hickory and mixed them up, and then I finished the hopper out with hickory. I started off at 275 to warm the cabinet up because it's pretty cool out here today. And once I got it in there, got the brisket in there, closed it up, I took the temperatures back down to 230, and I added a smoke tube in there because I wanted to get plenty of smoke on this brisket. It also had hickory pellets in the smoke tube. Probably cooked it about I think it was 3.5 hours. And then I was happy with the color. I was only probing about, I think it was 140 something, high 140s. And I decided to cover it up in a full pan and added beef broth to the pan and covered the pan. But I sort of skipped a little bit. So before I even put in the season on there, I took and made slices into the top of the brisket, and I minced up about 5 cloves of garlic, and I packed those slices with the garlic before I did anything to it. So then after I tented it, I ran it for about, I don't know, maybe another 2 hours, 2.5 hours with the foil over top of the pan. And then, like I said, I didn't want to lose the bark, and it was soft. You'll probably see that in the picture. But then I took it from the pan and I put it in a full boat method just to make sure that I got my bark back on it. And I cooked it in the pan for about 2 hours, maybe a little bit longer, 2.5 hours. And I bumped the temperatures up from 230 to 275, and I finally, in the last 2.5 hours, I was cooking at 325. It was good. It's really good. Really peppery. I do wish it had just a little bit more juice rolling out of it, but it had plenty of juice. I mean, you see all it, but it's the flat, so it's not the point where you got that, the fat running through the point. So it's the drier, more tender meat. It was really tender, pulled apart. I enjoyed it. Also, before I end this here, I want to give a shout out to Salt, Pepper, and Fire. It's a YouTube channel. He gave me a shout out from Alabama the other day, and I mean to tell you, it blew my head up. I'm a young channel. He's been around longer than I have, although he's relatively new himself. But He's been around longer than I have, and he's a great cook. He and his wife cook together. I would really, you should check out their channel. And I just want to thank him for that shout out. I thought that was pretty cool. Me being a young channel, just for someone to even make the effort to, you know, say, hey, you know, I follow sleeperbbq. I just thought that was so cool. I had a big old smile on my face the rest of the evening. But YouTube, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. This is Lance with sleeperbbq from St. Mary's County, Maryland. Thanks again.